Call Halalim, La Yahweh Bashim Yahawashai, Bahashim Rakak Dash. As always, double honors to the apostles and others. Peace, blessing, mercy, and salutation to all the brotherhood out there teaching the truth and sincerity in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahawashai. So, yesterday at camp, it was pretty eventful. First thing that happened was someone that we thought was a brother ended up leaving. He just got up and left. So, that was a waste of his time. But then two other guys came. Two crazy Christians. One knew a lot more than the other, and the other was just on that Jesus juice. No, Jesus is his only name. And then the brother Amawang cut his ass. We told him about the letter J. So, and that's one of the very few times where you see Amawang get mad. Damn, because these Christians, these fucking Christians, man, they're so fucking stubborn. Like, man, why you? The first guy was like, we're trying to correct you. And then the second guy was like, you're wrong about who's gonna make it. And then the color of the Lord in his name. But why I'm laughing is, no one can stand up against the truth. Because once we get the scriptures out about this and that, that man ended up agreeing. He totally agreed with us. So that's why it's important to study. And if you don't have the heart to study and to be patient while you're studying and to dedicate time to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you're not going to make it. Or you might make it in general. You'll be in the kingdom, but you're not going to be no king. That's the horrible part. And you might say, but at least I'm going to be in the kingdom. Yeah, but you're going to be ashamed because you had an opportunity and you didn't take it. So I think one of the guys, he was a redhead. He was one of those, white boys. He looks like a white boy that hangs out with a lot of Mexicans. Or he used to, but he knows he's not white. That fool's way too cool. Too damn cool. You know what I'm saying? So he was making me laugh because he would disagree, and then through conversation and getting the scriptures to prove the point, he'd be like, all right. Just as bright as the sun is shining on my face, that's how bright the truth gets. You can't deny it. Like that Tupac song, I can't deny it, or however it goes. You can't. First you'll fight it, and then one of them left his buddy hanging. Straight up abandoned each other, man. You fucking Christians are crazy. You're supposed to band together. But I did give them respect. They brought their Bibles with them, and that's awesome. That's like a bonus. You go to work, you get paid to do your job, and then you get a little bonus. That little bonus was sharpening our swords. And that is specific to the men of Israel. Sure, you you can have other nations that study the Bible, and they'll ultimately get the understanding of they ain't the people, and that these people, Israelites, and the people on the sign, they will inherit the kingdom and they will be masters over you. So basically, this guy, one of them was like, he was dispatched quick. He didn't want to listen, but we got scriptures, and it's good to be repetitive. It's good to be repetitive. If you bring out a scripture at least 3 times, you know, it'll make more sense. So I brought out Hebrews 8:8 2 times, and that, you know, that inspired a conversation. You know, that inspired a conversation of the covenant, the new covenant. So, man, that was pretty awesome. You know, they were talking about the covenant, and I brought out about the new covenant, the Hebrews 8:8. And it was just a pretty awesome deal. Because these Christians, they're not all knuckleheads, but they all have hard of hearing problems. You know, they need to hear the scriptures about 3 or 4 times, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. That's what my point is. See, we could have, man, we got into who Esau is. We talked about the MOTB. We talked about the Gentiles being the Hebrew Israelites that are dispersed, and he knew the difference. And then I told him more than once, look, man, because he said that he's going to be saved, and I think that he might come to the realization of the truth. You know, he might. So I told him, look, man, you're one of us. And, you know, of course, I always try to convert him. Because if they're saying we're a hate group and I'm trying to convert them, that squashes that. Eliminates that. So it was very fruitful, you know. So, you know, and I know brothers are catching hell. They're torn between 2 worlds, especially the younger brothers. You know, so with that, stay sharp, sharpen your sword, double up on them scriptures, and I think that's what we're gonna start doing now, from now on in the camp. Is we're gonna get the scriptures like at least 2 times, or 3. 3 was preferable. You know. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.